Hey guys, what's going on? As with every tutorial, almost every tutorial, we're going to start out by combing through the hair, making sure that we got the growth pattern and that there are no surprises. Now that we've combed through the hair, this particular client is getting a close fade, a very close fade, almost bald. So we're going to start out with a 1.5 on the top, and we're going to take the top down nice and even with the 1.5 blade with our Oster Model 10s. As always, if you do not have this, you can take your Andis Masters, open them up halfway with your #1 guard, or you can take your Wahl Seniors and open them up all the way with your 1 guard and go against the grain. What I'm doing now is I'm taking my Wahl Seniors with the blade all the way open, and I'm going with the grain to smooth down any loose edges and to make sure that the hair lays down nice and smooth. Now I'm going to take my 000 guard with my Oster Model 10s. I'm going to put my 000 on. I'm going to go up almost halfway, just creating my first line to get this fade started. This is going to be a really close fade, so I've chosen to go with the 000. If you do not have the Model 10s or 000, you can close your Seniors all the way, or close your Masters all the way and do this same haircut. If you have fast feeds, you can close those all the way and get the same effect as the Model 10s 000. Because I'm going to be fading his neckline out, I'm taking my T-edgers and I'm just blending his neckline all the way out. So I don't have to do it later. It's just saving me a little bit of time to do it now. So I'm taking my T-outliners and I'm just smoothing it out and blending it out at the bottom. Now that I've blended it out in the back neckline, I'm ready to take my my Model 10s again with my OA blade and begin my second line for the fade. Once again, that's my OA blade. If you do not have that, you can take your Seniors, open them up all the way, or you can take your Andis Masters and open them up halfway, put it on that middle notch, and you should get that OA effect that I have with my Model 10s. And I'm going up halfway from the first line that I created. So I'm going up about 1 inch to 1.5 inches all the way around. Now that I have my OA line in, I'm going to take my 1A blade with my Oster Model 10s, and I'm just going to begin to go up into that 1.5 a little bit. This is going to begin my blending process. So I'm looking to start the blending process from the top down. If you do not have a 1A, once again, you can put your 1 guard on your Andis Masters, open it up to the first notch, and that should give you your 1A effect. Or you could take your Wahl Seniors, put your 1 guard on there and open it up just a little bit, and that should also give you that 1A effect going all the way around. You want to go up into that 1.5 just a little bit, because this is where you're going to start the actual blending process of getting your fade in. Okay, so these are my Oster Model 10s with the 1A blade going up into that 1.5 just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to take my Wahl Seniors with the blade all the way closed and my number 1 guard, or my 00 Speedo guide, all the way closed, and begin to work on this line, blending this line out. It's kind of in between a 1 and a 1A. I don't even know what size you would want to call that, but it would be in between a 1 and a 1A, so this would really begin to blend my line out. As you see, I'm trying to stay right on the line. I'm not going into the 1.5 like I did with the 1A. I'm just trying to stay right on that line all the way around. I now have taken my Oster fast feeds, and I've placed my number 1 guard on my Oster fast feeds with the Andis guards, the purple guards, the ones with the magnetic clip, because that number 1 guard is really small and it gets really close. I've taken and closed the clippers all the way up, and now I'm really blending this line out all the way around. As you can see, the line is starting to come out. This would give me a touch more than a 1, not quite a 1A, but not quite as high as my seniors were. So it's almost like a 1. So I'm able to really get this line out with these clippers, just staying on the line, not digging into that area any, all the way around. I'm now going to take my Wahl Seniors, open them up halfway, and now I'm working on that OA line, that line that I created after I put my 000 in, and then I used the 1A. I'm working on getting that line out right now. So I opened my Wahl Seniors up halfway, and I'm working on that bottom line now, just trying to get that last line out so this fade can be nice and smooth. I now have my Oster fast feeds with the blade closed, all the way closed, and then open it up just a little bit. And I do mean just a little bit, I mean a hair. You want to close them all the way and open it up a little bit, and that will help me get this line pretty much all the way out, if not all the way out. So depending on the texture of hair, this should help you get it all the way out. You see I'm pulling the skin just a little bit so that I'm not digging too much into the fade, creating more work for myself. I just want to make sure that I stay right on that bottom line and get this line all the way out. Okay, I have my Oster fast feeds with the black #1 guard on there with the blade all the way closed. Just cleaning it up and making it nice and smooth, that's all. This is not a step that you have to take if your fade is already smooth, but this is something that I had to do. Now that my fade is complete, what I've done is I've taken him out the chair, I've washed his hair out. Now I've given him a good shampoo. I have him in the chair while his hair is still a little bit damp. I sprayed it with spritz, and what the spritz will do is it will take and hold the hairs down and make them nice and stiff and hold them into place. So when I go to do the shape up, the hairs will be nice and clean, there'll be no oils in the hair, and then the spritz will hold them down so that I can give him a nice clean line. Okay, the spritz is in. I've used the hair blow dryer to make sure that I blow dried his hair clean and that it's dry now. And now I'm beginning my shape up. If you've watched any of the other tutorials, you know I like to start with my corners first, put my corners in. As you see, I'm staying to his natural hairline. I'm not pushing it back. I'm not digging in to try to make it super sharp. I just want it to be a nice clean hairline. So I'm going to do both sides the same way, and then I'm going to go to the center of his hairline and work my way back out to the corners. I feel like the center of the hairline, once you get to the center, that is the best place to start to make sure that the hairline is nice and straight. So you guys I'm going to speed it up so you guys can watch me go through the process. Once you've got the front nice and straight the way you like it, I like to go to the neck area. As you see, I'm staying with his natural hairline. I'm not going in. Guys, it's so important to try to stay with the natural hairline and not create more work for yourself for the next haircut. But just try to stay as natural as you can, as clean as you can, as sharp as you can, without pushing it in or pushing it back, because you're just creating more work for yourself later. So as you can see, I'm just staying with his natural hairline, and I'm just making sure that I clean it up really good in the back. Okay, now I'm ready to start with putting in his arch. Now this particular client doesn't really want his shape up to be super sharp, he just wants it clean on the sides. So I'm going to stay with his natural hairline and just clean it up on the sides, and that's all I'm really going to do is just clean it up. I'm not really going to try to make it sharp or give it too much of a curve. I'm just going to clean it up. I brought the camera angle in just a little bit closer so you can see how close I am to his natural hairline, and just putting a line in to clean it up. This is really important because me washing it really dried the hair out enough for me to really get this in really good so you can see it really good. Once I get this arc in, his haircut will be complete. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.